Well, greetings for color fans, and welcome back here to Metarog's channel. And as you can see, I am still in the Meta Cave. This is one of probably about half a dozen videos that I'm going to be taping while I'm here in Florida, because here is where I have all my comics. And today is the culmination of a long time quest, because I have finished the 80s Archie Adventure / Red Circle superhero sets. And if you are a fan of my channel, you probably have seen the other Archie sets that I have finished, including the horror line edited by Gray Morrow in the 70s, and the Mighty Crusaders Flyman appearances in the 60s. Now, these characters actually go way back. A lot of them go way back into the MLJ days in the 40s. And they were kind of revived in the, I believe, in 59. And then they were closed down again in the 60s, but they were here. Archie revived them again in the 80s, and that's the set that I'm talking about today. And it started as a Red Circle, and it went to Archie Adventure, and it's about 9 titles or so. So enough babbling, Metarog. Let's show me the comics. All right, here we go. So the flagship title, I believe, is this one here, the Mighty Crusaders. And you'll see the Red Circle logo here with the fly. Those were the very first issues. Unfortunately, all this line only lasted a little over a year. Went from the middle of 83 through almost the end of 84, so almost a year and a half. So unfortunately, it was not successful enough to continue on at perpetuity, but it's a bunch of characters that I really liked. I thought they were, they had unique aspects to them versus the DC and Marvel heroes at the time. Okay, but let's go through Mighty Crusaders. I think we're 13 issues. Here's number 1. And here's like the whole crew: the Jaguar, Black Hood, Comet, the original Shield, and Lancelot Strong, the Shield, Flyman, Flygirl, and the Web over here. And other characters will be coming in and out, as you will see here and again. There's number 2. Number 3, that's the Hangman there, I do believe. And here's number 4. I have shown these before, this set here before, but I wanted to start with this because, again, it is kind of the flagship title. There's the Jaguar solo. There's a Shield solo issue. And as you see, it has changed from Red Circle to Archie Adventure. I believe that was probably a good idea, just to sort of differentiate it from the previous horror line and from the more teen humor horror line. And there's number 8. Number 9. Old Legends Never Die. Number 10, or just 10. 11. The Brain Emperor. Yeah, so it had some, some were goofy, but some were, pretty good, I thought. I mean, I thought well thought out plots. Now, this line, I believe, was edited by Rich Buckler. And most of the art in these are done by Dick Ayers and Buckler himself, and some other artists, which are not coming to mind right now. I know that Rudy Nebres did a lot of the covers, at least. I think he did some of the interiors in some of these titles. Here is The Fly, and you'll note that Steranko did the covers here to the first 2 issues, 1 and 2. There's that great Statue of Liberty issue. I just finished putting together this set thanks to my visit to Heroes Con. There's number 3, number 4, but I've had a lot of help to get these issues, including from my buddy Ray. And Old Wolf is sending me a couple, which I'll get to at the end, but it's sort of a separate series, not the part of the MLJ Archie superheroes. There's number 5. Oh, Steve Ditko did some of the art in here as well. Yes, that's correct. Some are coming to mind. He did not just the covers. He did stories in there, including some of the Fly stories. 7. I haven't read all of these yet. I just got them from Heroes Con, but I have read a few. And again, you know, I've been enjoying them, honestly. I've really been enjoying this little, I guess, imprint. Okay, there's Ayers and Ditko. All right, so those are two of the longer ones. Here's another long one, although it started a little bit later than those two, I do believe, because you have the smaller red circle here. Blue Ribbon Comics, and this just was a variety title which showcased different characters. There's number 2. I believe that's Mr. Justice. Yes, Mr. Justice. I believe that's Steel Sterling. Very kind of risque cover there. You'll note that there is no comics code here. Just interesting. Here's number 4. I believe that's a Rudy Nebres cover. Yeah, I think it's a whole wraparound cover. And here, I believe this is Dick Ayers. Oh, no, that's Simon and Kirby. Look at that. Number 5. And there is the Fox. Number 6. Again, I found, you know, all of these either, you know, in the wild, conventions, dollar bins, and trades with my buddy Rayman as well. 7. And there's 8. Black Hood. There is 9. I'm not going to talk a lot because otherwise this video will become very long. I just want you to enjoy this full set of this imprint, because I don't think that many people are crazy enough or or a big enough fan to put this together. This is cool. This is a Thunder Agents issue with No Man backup, and it references the Tower Comics series. So as a big fan of the Thunder Agents, I was very glad to see that. And this one here is including Thunder Bunny. You'll see him again in another series here in a bit. And there is the final Blue Ribbon, number 14. As I said, these only lasted, I thought the longest one probably lasted 1.5 years. I think no one got past 14, so even less than that. Okay, here's Lancelot Strong, the Shield, number 1. I really like the film reel kind of effect around the edges there. You'll see that here in the first few issues. There's number 2. There's number 3. I believe that's a Alan Weiss cover. Real good one, too. Yep, there was some good talent here. Now, this series switched from Lancelot Strong to Steel Sterling. Just kind of did in the middle for whatever reason. And there's that was number 4. There's number 5 by Kanigher is writing at this point. It's good that they give you those little blurbs down here in the UPC box. And there's a really cool cover there on number 7. And that was it for Steel Sterling. Then we're going to go to the original Shield. So it gets kind of confusing, but there's 2 different Shields. There's Lancelot Strong, and then there's the original Shield. And this is the original Shield. You'll see by the mask is different. It's kind of covers more of the top of his face there. That's a newsstander, which is interesting. Not most of the others are direct. There's number 2. Number 3. There's another newsstander. That's Dick Ayers cover. Again, he did a lot of these interior art as well. And there's a Chick Stone Dick Ayers, number 4. And then the final couple of series here, we have the Black Hood with these fabulous Alex Toth covers, a Fox backup. Actually, that's number 1. And these are wraparounds at 2, I do believe. But at least that first one is. Love that logo. Trade dress. And there's number 3. I don't believe he does the interiors, though. And then there were the only 2 issues of the Comet. There were supposed to be 6, but it didn't make it for some reason. There's number 1. and number 2. And then there was a one-shot here for Thunder Bunny. Yes, of course, one of my all-time favorites. Whimsical characters. Now, there is another series that was under the Archie Adventure series banner, and that is Mantech. And I have 2 and 4 of that. Old Wolf just contacted me today that he'll be sending me 1 and 3. So thank you, Tony, for completing that. But they are not part of the MLJ Hero line. But because they are part of the Archie Adventure series, I wanted it. And also, these are kind of cool little figures from what I remember. I never had them personally, but I do remember seeing them on TV or commercials, things like that. There was one other red circle, which was Katie Keene, but I think that was a mistake. That's really part of the romance line. So that was only the first issue. I don't count that as part of the Archie Adventure. It has nothing to do with any of these. So definitely that was some kind of error. It was probably not even under Buckler as an editor or anything like that. So that's it. That is the complete Archie Adventure set from the 80s, 83 and 84. They did reboot this again later on, and Archie Adventure, but I think those were all more for a younger audience. Bayou Billy, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Sonic, I do believe, and those were much later on, I think, in the 90s. So again, a very different type of comic than what these are. So I don't. I mean those have their merits, of course, but they weren't part of the set here that I was putting. Those were, I think, almost a decade later. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any comments, if you like the series, if you know anything else about these particular imprint, please let me know below. All right, be blessed, be kind, be back. Bye. Well, here's just a short addendum to the main video. Old Wolf Tony managed to send me 1 and 3, along with a few other things, which I'm going to do a short video for thanking him for everything he sent me. So here's the rest of the Archie Adventure series, which I mentioned. Mantech number 1, which he sent me. Here's Mantech number 2, which I found at a dollar bin sometime earlier, I think. Here's the other one he sent me, Mantech number 3. And finally, Mantech number 4. So that is now all of the Archie Adventure series from 1983 and 1984. Thank you. And I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. And now you see all the comics with the Archie Adventure series banner there from 1983 1984.